This was a listening session with some young brothers, African-American young men who are in our city, and wanted to hear from them on the things that they were feeling, the things where we were falling short, things we need to do. And let me just say to them, they were very direct and very candid. Many feeling hopeless, angry, sad with the occurrences, the relationship between, for example, police and the community, things that we need to do to improve. These young brothers, like so many, want accountability. They want to feel as though that we are holding officers who are doing things wrong, hold them accountable, want to see the improvements. But it goes even beyond that. They want to see some real transformation take place in their communities, in their neighborhoods, on their street, economic opportunities. Right. There are several here that are looking for jobs, okay? So they want real opportunities. They want their neighborhoods to look better, okay? They want to feel as though that people are taking the time and utilizing the resources to invest in them, okay? They also made a good point, is that, we're asking police officers to do way too much. So when it comes to people with substance abuse, people with mental behavioral health issues, or even in domestic situations, why must it always be the police responding to that? Why can't it be others who are specialized in these areas? And shouldn't always have to be the police. And that's an excellent point. We ask our police officers to do way, way, way too much. And that came from them, today. So it's important for us to listen. And then another point that I want to act on, just like I was sitting here listening and they were expressing themselves openly, they also made the point that it's important for, let's say, our police officers in smaller group sessions to be sitting down and listening with people in the community as well. Just like I'm the mayor, okay, and I'm here listening. Well, there needs to be a listening session all over this city in smaller groups with community people and police officers, not in the camera view, so people can talk to one another, okay, and establish that dialogue between one another. And the more you learn, the more you can connect, the more you can establish that bond. And that's something that I'm committed to. And that is all over the city, in smaller groups, community folks and police officers in smaller settings need to sit down in a round table and listen and have a conversation with one another. I think that will help to tear down the walls of distrust and misunderstanding. And that came from them, not from me. So I want to give them a whole lot of credit. And I'm going to talk to Chief Acevedo, and I'm going to talk to Ray Hunt and Joe Camaldi with the union, and we need to start doing that soon.
Mayor Turner not only heard what these young men had to say, it was visible that he felt what these young men had to say.
The city of Houston needs change, and the mayor notices those changes that we need to have. And for him to sit here and to have a discussion with us and to be able to hear us out and express how we feel and what changes that need to be happen, and for him to take those into account, I really think it was very hopeful and big on his part to be able to listen to us and properly let that sit, to be able to analyze and implement that in the future going forward for the city of Houston.
Anytime you have the leadership of the city taking the time out of his busy schedule to listen to those who are quote unquote on the ground, I think it's a good day. The best way to help somebody is to first sit down with them to see what are those needs. And today we were blessed to get that type of information and insight from these young men. I think it was productive for the city.
It was inspiring, hopeful, promising.
It's been a good session. Well, the accountability, we're already working on that. And as you know, the task force on policing reform is a part of it. And just like this morning in our conversations with both United States senators and the Congresswoman, we talked about the federal government providing resources so that we can have more dollars on mental behavioral health treatment programs, substance use programs, crisis diversion programs. So all of that is in works, and we need to move forward on that. In terms of investing in our communities, I've been having a lot of conversation with our business community and endowments about increasing the investments into our communities. In terms of sitting down and having these dialogues, these conversations, these roundtable conversations, we can start now to putting that in place quickly. So I'm optimistic. What is clear is that there's a great deal of distrust, there's a disconnect, all over in our communities, and we need to take steps to reduce that level of distrust, mistrust, and open up the channels of communication. And it has to go both ways, okay? So I got it. I'm gonna continue to listen, and then as I continue to listen, then we need to work very much to implement as well. So.